Jonathan Browning, the CEO for Volkswagen Group in the America, and you've been really busy, but really good busy for the past 3 years.
Good busy is an excellent description. So when you look at how the Volkswagen business has developed over these last 3 years, it really is very rewarding and real testament to our dealers, to our engineers, to the products in the marketplace, and particularly also with the addition of this new plant in Chattanooga. So yeah, a lot been going on, but good busy as you say.
Yeah, you mentioned the plant in Chattanooga, but also the plant in Mexico, in Puebla, is very important. It's key for you here in the U.S. Right?
You know, Puebla is a real foundation of our business, and Puebla has been in existence a long time, but it continues to develop, and the products that we receive from Puebla are very much at the heart of our business. So Jetta, the Jetta Sport Wagon, and now Beetle, and the convertible that we've revealed today.
Yeah, and Puebla also has improving amount of production, but also in quality. Yeah. There were years that there were some issues with the cars, but nowadays they compete everywhere in the world because you export some of those cars to Europe, to the rest of the world, right?
Exactly, and you know the U.S. market is perhaps the most open market in terms of customer information, and with the advent of social media, of all of the third-party sites, I mean, you have to deliver customer expectations, and if you upset customers, that gets spread very quickly. And so the quality from Puebla, the quality from Chattanooga, but also the quality from all of our plants has to be to the very highest level. And I think what we've seen is very positive developments in that respect.
Okay, so let's talk a little bit about the new Beetle Convertible, which when you were doing really well in the U.S. back in the 70s, that was one of the cars, and the other was the minibus, right? Yeah. So now you bring back this one, and it's amazing. We already drove it, and congratulations to your team and you. So tell us about a little bit about this car, because it's not only one car; it's like 6 cars, 3 special editions, 3 engines, a lot of options.
Exactly, yeah. And I think that just shows the power of the Beetle brand. I mean, the associations it has with many people are incredible. And I remember when I first arrived in the US just over 2 years ago with the Volkswagen Group, everybody wanted to tell me about their Beetle story. It seemed like every family in America has some sort of Beetle story.
I had a Beetle too.
Yeah, it's wonderful, and it's part of that really rich heritage that we have the responsibility to look after, but the opportunity to continue to grow. And Beetle is much more for Volkswagen than just the number of vehicles we sell or the economic factors. I mean, it really is that heart and soul of the Volkswagen brand here in the US.
Yeah, and even though, as we were talking about, like, people really love the brand, love the car and all that, there's a lot of competition too.
Yeah,
so that's why you have to improve your cars and the quality and the offering of engines. Diesel, for example, is very important too for the Volkswagen Group in general, not only Volkswagen, right?
No, you're absolutely right. I mean, the competition is very intense. There's some great vehicles in the marketplace, but the nice thing is what is happening now is people, they have this kind of sympathy towards VW that we've just been talking about, but they're also now realizing that it's not just an aspirational product that maybe is out of reach, but it's actually accessible. It's affordable. And what we're seeing is more and more people say, yeah, I can afford this very strong, very powerful German-engineered vehicle sourced particularly within the North American region, and that is a very attractive proposition for many people in the US.
Yeah, but not only afford, people most want the cars, because you were talking about yesterday in your presentation about how it's product number one. I mean, that's the key. Clear. And then it's like awareness of the brand. But then, like, people really, when they get to decide, okay, I'm gonna get for this one because it's good. So that's been the key of your success in the past 3 years, and I guess is the path for the next few years.
And that's what will make it sustained growth. So it's having the right products, but also making people appreciate what VW represents today, not just their kind of historical recollections, but what it represents today. German technology that is accessible, that is a product for me right now. And so there's a lot of enthusiasm amongst many people, but we've still got a job to do in terms of educating even more people as to what Volkswagen represents. And I think you mentioned the TDI, clean diesel technology. We're still only scratching the surface. I mean, we have very loyal customers, we have very enthusiastic customers, but for example, with Passat, we now see up to 30% of our build of Passat with the clean diesel technology, and that's growing. US manufacturers are now beginning to introduce diesels to their lineups as well, and that gives us a huge opportunity for further growth.
Yeah. You were talking about small groups of enthusiastic people, and I want to ask you something that you probably won't answer, but anyway, the Sirocco. There must be a small group of people, I don't know how big or small actually, that would love to have that car in the States.
No, that's a vehicle that I'm very enthusiastic about. With the Golf R, that was one of the first product decisions I took when I arrived here, to bring the Golf R to the US, and that's an amazing vehicle. Scirocco is as well. Unfortunately, the crisis in 2008 hit at a time when those investment decisions would have had to be made. So it's not possible to federalize the Scirocco in this current life cycle. But we'll have to see about the future.
Maybe another 3 good years, and then we'll see.
Maybe. Let's hope.
Well, thank you very much for your time, Jonathan. I know you're very busy here at the LA Auto Show, and also I admire your energy because you've been going non-stop all the time.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
All right, appreciate it.
Esto es Autos 060 y como les digo siempre, no quiten la vista de la carretera y mantengan los oídos en Autos 060.
Este programa fue una producción de National Latino Broadcasting.